Welcome to our used 2008 Cardinal 30 RKLE. Starting right in the back bumper here, if you just kind of reach in, pull that cap out of there. Inside of the back bumper, you're going to find your sewer hose. Just take note of those two ears in the adapter here. It's all be hooking it up to your sewer system. The hose itself, when it's fully extended, is about 20 feet long. Just keeping it stored in the bumper back here just help keep any sort of stench out of the unit and keep things that bit fresher. And then that cap just presses into place. Up around the corner from there, you're going to find your water inlet system. So you'll get a key. It's going to look nothing like mine. It's a little gray one. Let's stick it on into there, open it up, and then you get your water connection on the left. So your water hose will just plug into there, turn on the water. That fills up your fresh water tank. You know that fresh tank is full once it starts spitting water out of the vent in the bottom there. Right beside it is your city water inlet. It's the same water hose will just plug into there, turn on the water, and that'll pressurize the lines throughout the unit. Once you're done, just locking it back down, and you do also have that little door there so you can have it locked in place and still have your hose coming up and in. Straight down from there, you're going to find this little compartment here. As you open that up, you get a switch inside of there. That's going to be for your rear stabilizer jack here. Press and hold extend. Those rear stabilizers will make their way down. They do just equalize. They're not going to level the trailer. They're just going to kind of stabilize it. And once you bring them down all the way, you're just looking for them to contact the ground. Give it a little kind of extra bit of firm, just so that you're not, having it bounce up and down. And then you're just going to leave it there. If you were to try lifting the unit with them, you can actually strip the gear pack right out of the motor, which we of course don't want to be doing. This water line right beside it is your low point drain, so as you pull that cap out of there, it just allows the water systems to drain itself out. The purpose of that would be if you're getting ready to winterize the unit, you just want to get all the water out before pumping antifreeze through, or if you're leaving the unit for a while, you just want all the water out just so it's not going stale or stagnant. Right up from there we get your power inlet. So your cord's going to work the exact same. As you pop this open, you get a little metal tab in the bottom corner there. Lines up with this metal tab there. You press those into place, give it a little eighth turn, that'll lock it in, and then you get the threaded collar in the back that'll really lock it into place. As you follow your cord back, you're going to have a standard 50 amp end. It's going to have 4 prongs on it. Some campsites will have that. You can plug straight on in and you're good to go. We do also provide you with a 30 amp adapter that'll go from that 50 down to a 30, which is what we've got right here. So that 30 amp cord, most campsites will have that. You can just plug straight on in and you're good to go. I'll give you a better visual of that once we get up front to your storage compartment and I can physically show you your cord. This little compartment right here, as we unscrew that and open it up, that's going to give us access to our waste system there. So, there's also another plug down in the bottom. Oh, and that's tight. Alright, well, I can't open that. We'll sort that out once we're done here and make sure it works by the time you... Up in front of the side here we get your sewer cap. It's got the same 2 ears on it, so top and bottom you just get the little ear. Just kind of presses into place, gives it that turn, locks in. All your valves are actually going to be up in the front here. We'll get to those in a minute. The storage compartment here, as you open that up, has a water hose in it. So that water hose is going to fit all your fittings in the back there. This adapter here, we'll show you that with the short cord, which I'll just show you right now since we're here. So here's the end of your short cord. Here's that standard 50 amp end I was talking about. That's right stuck in there. There we go. So you see it's got the 4 prongs on it. You get the adapter here, so if you do have a 50 amp service at your site, by all means just plug straight on in. Otherwise you have the adapter here that'll take that 50 down to a 30 like we showed you in the back. And then you have this adapter here that would go onto that 30 end, so you can still plug into a standard household outlet to charge your batteries or run your fridge. So that's just stored all in here. Water hose will be in here too. This compartment here, or this bin here, is going to be garbage. You can keep the bin if you like. Little service light up in the front, toilet paper towel dispenser as well. Other side there, you get your spare tire. You'll be able to get a better idea of that from the other side. If you're looking to access your central vac to change out your bag, it's just right there. So now through this water system here, you get another one of these little portals through the bottom of the unit. So anything that you need to run up through here, you can still keep the compartment closed. We'll still have an access to that. Here's where you're going to find your water valves there. So you can see them right in the left here, right in the bottom. You get your sewer outlets. That's going to be, of course, your black tank. Black tank is going to be filled from your toilet. It's going to be your dirtiest water, so we'll dump that first. Once that's done, you can then come to the gray water, which is right up top. So that's going to be filled from your sinks as well as your shower. Typically cleaner water. We'll dump that last to help keep that sewer hose as clean as possible. Right beside that, you get a black tank flush. So you may notice over time, after having gone and dumped your black tank, your monitor panel is still reading 1/3 or 2/3, whatever it may be. Typically, it's just some debris inside of the tank hanging between the probes causing that misread. What you're going to do is just take your water hose and plug it into there, turn on the water, open up your black valve, and that'll just flush out that tank, getting rid of any sort of debris that could be causing that issue. Right up top of here is a water filter housing. So of course, we don't have a filter installed. If you were to have one installed, it would just sit right in there, tightens back down, filters your water. In the top, you get a little service light. Alright, inlets there for cable and satellite, as well as phone. And then up top, and again, you're just your satellite inlets. This would be a little soap dispenser, so if you know, getting dirty out here, you can have your soap right there, and then you get your outside shower for water. This right here is going to be an inlet for your antifreeze, so when it comes to winterizing the unit, you're just going to pop that out of there, stick that into an antifreeze jug, pump it through the unit. This compartment right here, you'll notice it does not have locks on it. It's because it is a propane compartment, so just kind of a safety thing, you can't lock it off. This side of the propane system is going to be your high pressure side, so this just crosses across the unit, goes to the other propane tank where it'll meet up with your main regulator. For now, we're just leaving this guy closed. Right onto the front, you get your front legs here, so extend or retract. That right there is just a vent for your batteries, so you just want to make sure it's not blocked off. This compartment right here, if you open that up, gives you access to your battery box, and then right beside it, it's just open storage. The other side of the unit, you get the other end of your propane compartment. So inside of here is where we'll find our regulator. So that's just right up in the back here. So you can see our arrows pointing off to the right. It's running off of this tank right here, so we can open this one up. If it were to stop, or sorry, the little green indicator right there, if that were to go red, it's just letting you know you no longer got any propane in there. You'll flip that over to the other side, open up the tank on the other side, and run off of that while you get this one filled. Other end of your storage compartment, so here's where you can see that tire a bit better. Another light up on the wall there. Right. G-fire protected outlet, TV outlet, super simple. We're making our way towards the back. You got the exhaust for your furnace here, so if you're ever running your furnace, you just want to make sure it's not blocked off. It does get hot. G-fire protected outlet, hot water tank here. So all your controls for turning this guy on are just inside of the unit. For turning it on with electricity, you're going to switch down here. When firing up with either source, you just want to hit this relief valve right there. Make sure a shot of water comes out. A bit of water coming out of there is just letting you know this tank is full. It's safe to fire it up, and you're not going to burn anything out by doing so. Line up those two bottom posts, press it back into place to close it. And once we get inside and fire it up on propane, I will go over a reset procedure. The button that I'll refer to is just right here. To the back of the unit, you get a ladder there so you can get up top, check all your seals and your roof condition. Right in the center there is your stove vents. Of course, propane stove is putting off fumes whenever you're using it, so you get these two little ears on the sides there. You can unlock those, allows that flap to open up so that our fan inside can evacuate said fumes. Once you're done, just pushing those ears up into place, prevent any dust from kicking up in there. And then we get the service port for your fridge back here. It's also just a vent, nothing back there for you to worry about. So now we'll make our way inside of the unit. And just real quickly while we're coming up in here, we'll just point out the two exterior speakers there, as well as your porch light. Your assist handle just up 90 degrees and it falls into place, then you can open up the door. There's a little T-latch in the back here, holds that door open for you. Then your steps, you're gonna grab that handle, pull it straight out, flip that last step over, and we can come on inside. So first things first is right on the left there, we get your fire extinguisher, so that's standard. You're just gonna pull, there should would have been a pin there, but you just pull that pinpoint and shoot. Right. And then right across the wall from there, you get all your light switches. So up top here, that's going to be your ceiling fan, also has a light in it. The one right below that is your hallway light. Down below that is going to be all of your interior lights. There's a dimmer control on it, so you can do that. Slide outs, you do have the bedroom and the living room slide out. They're on a hydraulic system, so they're tied in together. Just press and hold out, and they'll make their way out. Typically, it is going to start with that bedroom slide just because it is lighter, and then it'll do the living room slide. There you go. So once they are fully extended, you just kind of hear the whine on the motors, and that's really it. Right up top, we get your awning control here. So press and hold extend, and that awning will make its way out. Once that awning's fully extended, we'll see a little flap come down, as well as the gray of our metal tube. So if it were to start raining, it is of course going to hold a little bit of water. So what this awning is designed to do is designed to actually auto dump. So if it were to start holding water in one section, it'll begin to overload or overweigh the one side, so you can see it would then pull it in, allowing water to then run off. So now we can press and hold the track, and the awning will make its way back in. Again, we're just watching to make sure that our fabric is over top of the tube. Also keep in mind that the awning does catch a lot of wind, so once you get up to about 15-20 kilometers an hour wind, you want to bring it back in. Again, just so you're not running the risk of bending your arms. There we go. So now down to your monitor system. So on the left here you get, on the left side at the bottom, you get battery. So you can see we're currently C for charging, G would be good, F is fair, L is low. For your fresh tank, you can see we currently got that full. As you drain that out, it'll go then to a third, right? Sorry, backwards. 2/3, then a third, then empty. Same idea for your black, your gray, and your galley. Right. Tank heater's there, so you just turn that on, turns on a little electric pad that's stuck to the bottom of your tanks, just allowing them to stay warm so that they don't freeze. Then right beside that's your water pump switch. Turn that on, turns on your water pump, drawing out of your fresh tank to pressurize the lines. Down from there we get your water heater control. So this is the propane control. So as you turn that button on right there, you get that little light letting you know the ignition sequence will start. Once that sequence is started, that light will go out. It'll try that 3 times. If after the 3rd try it hasn't fired up, it's at that point you go and use that reset button that we'd shown you. Stood right here, you can hear the click of the igniter, the whir of the flame. We know that tank is good. All your light switches down the bottom here. So entry light on the right does your little porch light outside. Curbside light will do the little scare light that you have out towards the front. Living room light does the back 2 there. And then roadside light does another scare light just on the other side of the unit. Down below that we get your thermostat. So that kind of, center up position, that's it off. All the way up to the top, that's it cooling. For your fan, typically you're just going to want to leave it in auto. Of course, if you're just looking to move some air around, then you can choose on, then we'll just move some air. Then you can select your high or low, right? And then on the right side you get your temp selection. So with that air conditioner going, you basically have 2 different options. You can have this louver here closed, in which case we're using all of these ceiling ducting to move our air, or you can open it up and it just dumps all of its air into the living room. When you first get out to your campsite, you want it opened up, cool off this area as quickly as possible, then you can close it off and start moving the air throughout. And centered down, we get into furnace. So at that point, we're just going to select our temperature. So for your fan speed here, it's just on. There is no selecting your fan speed. Furnace will be moving its air through all of our floor registers. We do also have a couple of little portals throughout the unit, I believe. We'll point those out as we go. Heat strip down on the bottom. I don't believe that. Oh, it might actually be hooked up. So say you're at 15 degrees or so, you don't really need the furnace going, but you would like to get a little bit of a warmer air throughout. You can turn on that heat strip. It turns on a little electric heater inside of your air conditioner and just helps move some warmer air around. And then back up to off just to turn it off. Beside that, we get your fantastic vent control. So as you press that on button there, it's going to start from auto at 10%. Then you can just kind of select up and just control how much it's working, right? Manual, and again, it's just kind of choosing how much it's working, and hit it again, it comes to off. Straight down from there, you get your central back. I'll show you the hoses in a minute. Down below that's your converter, so as you pop that open, you get all of your breakers across the top there. Whenever a breaker breaks, it's going to sit in the middle, so just turn it off and then back on to reset it. And then right at the bottom, we get all of your fuses. Around the corner from there, we get your entertainment area. So the TV is on a mount. You just kind of click it straight up and it falls out of place. Super simple, all your controls there. Open up here and you get all of your remotes, anything else that the previous owner did leave behind. So we've got a couple of vacuum bags and some remotes and things like that, just all tucked in there for you. All your outlets for it, as well as your AVs that are connected to your stereo. Stereo is pretty straightforward, super simple. Your power button there, everything's hooked up. Speaker set A is your inside set, speaker set B is your bedroom set, and speaker set C is your outside set. Fireplace down here, you get the 2 little sliders there. You're going to pull those in towards the middle, then you can open it up. All your controls are in the bottom corner there. Then into the slide out, the lights across the side here, all in that switch. Storage across the top. That binder there has all of your manuals in it. Anything like that you'll find right in there. Light in the center. I thought that was a push button. It's a knob. Turn it, that'll turn it on. Keep turning it to turn it back off. And the dinette, push button there turns on that light, and then you get another light right at the wall there, as well as a bit more storage. Fridge back here, so you get your freezer up top. As you open that up and find your controls across the top. On the left there you get your power button. In the center you get auto or gas, so if you look in the top corner there's a little dot right by auto, just indicating that we're running on auto. Auto is first looking for AC power. If AC power is taken away, it'll automatically flip over to gas. If you're out boondocking and you want it running solely off of gas, you can hit that button again. That little dot will come over to the LP side. That'll fire it up on gas. Hit temperature selection, so 5 is going to be your coldest, 1 is going to be cold. And then power button there, turn it back off. So that was your freezer up top, fridge down below. Microwave around the corner from it. Pretty standard, just like home. Down below it we get your range vents, you get a light as well as a fan. So that's that fan that you want with that flap outside turned on or opened up, so that we're evacuating any fumes. For the stove, you turn it over to light, hit it with the sparker, and she fires right up. I will also just mention real quick that the first time you go to use your propane system, especially if you've been away from the unit for a while, will take a minute to fire up just because it'll have to clear the air out of the propane lines. It's perfectly normal. Once you're done, just pick up the lid, flip it over, it falls into place. For the stove, you're going to open that up. That's the knob all the way on the left side here. Press that in over to pilot, press and hold, and then right in the back corner somewhere is the pilot light. So there we go. Once you get it going, you just want to hold the knob in for another couple of seconds. Then you can release and that flame will hold itself. Turn up to your desired temperature and she fires right up. Once you're done, just turn it back down to pilot. It'll hold just the pilot light for you. But if you're traveling or leaving the unit for a while, you just want to make sure it's right off. Right down below that is a little bit of storage, as well as beside it. Up from there, GFI protected outlet in the back corner here. So you got test in the back, reset in the front. More storage across the top, as well as above the sink. Another light above the sink as well. Hot and cold water at the sink, you do get the mobile head. This compartment here, as you open that up, you'll see your hot water tanks on the right there. So you do have the one bypass valve, so if you're looking to winterize the unit yourself, it's just right down in there. You can reach it super easy. Couple of drawer space here. And a little spice rack. More storage across the recliners here. Another little light there. Super simple. And I forgot your hoses. Central back hoses are right in here. So you get all of your attachments for it, as well as the hose. Now we'll make our way up into the bathroom. Bottom of that step there is actually a addition to your central vac system as well. So if you got any dust or dirt over here, you can sweep it all up. That guy will suck it all up for you. In the bathroom, you get the 2 light switches. One on the right, it's going to do your pendant light. One on the left will do the ceiling lights. Right above my head, you get a roof vent. So you just turn that knob to open it up. In the back corner, you get that knob there to select your speed. So you get 1, 2, 3. If it ever doesn't work, there's a little fuse right in here. You're just going to push that in and untwist it, and you can pull it right out. That's likely going to be the cause of why it's not working. The toilet here opens on up. You get the bidet on the side there. That guy only works when you're flushing. That's what gives it the water pressure. Into your shower, so open it up. Standard head and hose, hot and cold water, of course. As simple as that. Medicine cabinet. Another GFI protected outlet, test on the bottom, reset on top, hot and cold water, and a bit of storage down below. Just being mindful of our drains and our water lines. That does also shoot straight down into that front storage compartment, so laundry hamper or whatever else you might want to use it for. Then a bit more storage on the wall here. And then into the bedroom, light switch is right up on the wall there. A little bit of storage space, little keys, whatever you like. CO2, that'll go another couple of times. Storage space back here, that's gonna go again. Then down below that, you'll see you are plumbed and wired for a washer and dryer setup. So if you're looking to go that route, it's going right in here. Then your closet space, so you got a little latch there, you're just gonna pull that towards you and then you can open it up. Simple. Pick up the foot of your bed, you do get access to a little storage compartment there. And then just on the side here, get the switch, turns on the little reading lights. And then lastly, right up here, we got your antenna. So you're just gonna turn that guy to open it up, just run it all the way up until it stops in place. Then you can pull that down, turn it, looking for your best signal. Wherever you find it, you can leave it there. Before going traveling, you just wanna make sure those two arrows are lined up. And then you'll just start bringing it back down until it sits into place. Making sure those arrows are lined up just ensures that the channel that that antenna sits inside of is lined up properly. Now I do believe that is about it for this unit. If you've got any other questions on it, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.